Right. Now, be honest, how many when you were kids heard your mother say to you, "You'll grow into it"? True? My mum was still knitting me stuff to grow into when I was 42. Mind you, I've got a chance of getting into it now. She especially started knitting a lot for me. I lived in Switzerland for about 5 years. Why did I live in Switzerland? Oh, yeah, one of the wives was Swiss. I knew that to be a reason. And I lived up the mountain, and in the late 70s, mid-late 70s, I recorded an album called Criminal Record, which was all about with tracks all from, named about crimes. There was the Statue of Justice, which is the statue that's with the scales of justice, which is on the top of the Old Bailey. I did one called Crimes of Passion. There was the Breathalyzer, Judas Iscariot. I did quite a few. And I wanted a spoof blues thing on the end of the Breathalyzer. So I invited over, of all people, to do it. This was 1977, Bill Oddie. Now, it was really interesting. Back then, nobody knew that Bill Oddie was one of those people that just loved lots of birds. What they call them, politicians. No, ornithologists. But that was nobody knew that. Even I didn't know that when he came over. But what we all knew was before Bill did the goodies and became a comedian, he was a great blues singer and had a blues band, fabulous voice. And so he came over to sing this track, and that's when I discovered he was an ornithologist, a real twitcher, and really knew his stuff. And one of the tracks I'd done was called "Birdman of Alcatraz," and he listened to it and he said, "You know what?" He said, "I love that track." He said, "There's a little section in the middle, about 20 seconds long." He said, "It'd be great to have some birds on that." And I said, "Birds?" He said, "Yeah, it'd be really nice to have birds." And I said, "What do you mean, like get a recording of birds?" He said, No, get real birds. He said, "You're beautiful up in the mountain, you get beautiful dawn choruses. Record them." Which is what I did. 3 days I recorded the dawn choruses and we put them on this 20-second section. I've played Birdman of Alcatraz a few times. And one of the problems with it is that when it comes to this section, I can always hear the birds, and it just never seems quite right, because you sort of jump because they're not there. And I thought, well, you can cheat and put them on tape, but I don't like doing that. So I wanted to try and come up with a way of doing it. And I sort of came up with this idea called audience participation. So what we're going to do, I'm going to split you down the middle here. So please, no cuckoos, no parrots, no "who's a pretty boy then," none of that, or cuckoo or owls or things. Some nice birds, some nice... So can we just try down this side? Here we go. That's really good. You're really good, you are. Didn't crap on my car earlier, did you? Oh dear. It's amazing. OK, let's try this side. Why am I worried about this side? Let's hear some birds, please. That's really good. That is good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play Birdman of Alcatraz, and when I stick my hand up, that's when the birds come in. It's only about 20 seconds, and then we'll put my hand up again the second time. That's when they stop. It's just a pure little 20-second part.